Hello, we are working on number 6 and 7 for your Try 1 Algebra 3 final review. We are still factoring. Number 6, we have 3x squared minus 5x minus 50. Now right off the bat, if I have 3 terms, I want to try the x method, but remember you can only do the x method when there's a 1 in front of your x squared. And we have a 3 in front of it, so the x method is not going to work. The next thing I want to check is, can I factor out a GCF? So is there a number I can divide each of my terms by evenly? My smallest term is 3, so I want to see, all right, can I divide these all by 3? The first one will work, it'll give me 1, but negative 5 divided by 3, that'll give me a decimal. So 3 is not the answer either, 3 is out. Now the only other thing I can divide 3 by is 1, so that means there's not a GCF. If you don't have a GCF and you have a number in front of x squared, you are going to have to do slide and divide. Now there are notes on slide and divide on your note sheet and a few examples, so you can refer to that during the test, but we're going to walk through it here too. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 3, I'm going to slide it all the way over to negative 50, and we're going to multiply. When I do that, we're going to get x squared out front because we moved that 3, negative 5x, and then we're doing 3 times negative 50, which would give me negative 150. Now from here, the good news is it turns into an x method problem, which we are hopefully pros at this point. We are looking for something that multiplies to negative 150 and adds to negative 5. Again, if you're unsure, because these numbers are pretty large, go ahead and write down 150 and make your list of your factors. 1 times 150, 2 times, I think, 75. Yeah, I think that's right. You can go ahead and continue listing them. I'm going to jump to the solution because I want to save you some time. I know that if I multiply 10 times 10 times 15, excuse me, that'll give me 150. And if I do 10 minus 15, that'll give me negative 5. So my two factors are going to be 10 and negative 15. Again, you can multiply them together, get the number on top, add them, and get the one on the bottom. The only difference between slide and divide is that now that I've found my two factors, I need to divide them by whatever we slid. So back here, we slid 3, so I'm going to divide them both by 3. Negative 15 divided by 3 gives me negative 5, which is great, works out evenly. That'll be my factor. 10 divided by 3 doesn't work out evenly. I can't simplify my fraction, so this will be my second factor. So when I write my two things in parentheses, we're going to have x minus 5, and then we're going to have x plus 10 over 3. And we never want to leave a fraction like that. That's not proper form. So we're still going to have x minus 5. And then that 3 needs to go in front of the x. So we're going to have 3x plus 10. So in that last step, you're almost like unsliding to get your number in front of your x. And this would be my final answer. Again, you could rearrange this. Your factors can go in any order. So if you wrote this as 3x plus 10 times x minus 5, that's a good answer too. So your test is going to be multiple choice. It's going to have one of those two options on it. All right, number 7, we have x squared minus 16. We are still factoring. Now, x squared minus 16 is sort of a trick problem. This is the same as x squared plus 0x minus 16, because we didn't have any x's, and 0 times x gives me 0, which means we don't have to write them. Now, when I add that 0x, I just turn this back into another x method problem. So now I'm looking for something that multiplies to negative 16 and adds to 0. Well, I know that 16 is the same as 4 times 4, but I need to get a negative 16. So if I do positive 4 times negative 4, that'll give me a negative. 4 minus 4 will give me 0. That means my two factors are going to be x plus 4 and x minus 4. Again, you could rewrite it the other way, x minus 4 times x plus 4. Both are valid. You're choosing one of these two options on your multiple choice test. If you're struggling to figure out your two factors, make a list. Again, 16 is the same as 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4. All right, that is all I have for you for these problems. Thank you for watching. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your math teacher.